This is Talk of the Town, a weekly update of what's happening in downtown Ludington with your hosts, Jen Tuman and Heather Tykowski. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Happy almost New Year.
Oh, are we ready?
Am I echoing?
No, not right now.
I thought I heard myself twice. Like, no. And my earbuds are not green screened, so we got that all worked out.
Figured that
and
out.
We're live streaming to YouTube today for the first time.
Really?
So not only can you watch on Facebook, but now if you don't have a Facebook page, you can watch on.
You can still see
on
us?
YouTube too.
Poor people.
Yeah. We're gonna bombard the world.
There we go.
Right. So, turning my phone off because
tomorrow is the big day.
Tomorrow's the big day. So we are going to talk today about New Year's Eve, obviously tomorrow, and what the businesses are doing and what we are doing, and the run. And that's about it for today. We're going to give away some VIP passes too.
Oh, hey, I found two of those on the ground yesterday, so they're in my car for you.
I found one on the ground too. They must have blown out of the box when I was loading my car.
It's funny. I walked out the back door of City Hall and I'm like, hey, there's two passes on the ground here. So grab them.
So somebody could have gotten some free passes already.
Right? They have no idea what they're for, but they could have gotten.
Right. Or how to use them, because I keep all of that info at a bare minimum. But we're gonna, if you comment today with a Happy New Year and where you're from, and if you plan on being at the ball drop, we'll enter you to win some VIP passes.
Awesome.
I should probably put that on there. Enter to win VIP passes by commenting.
Oh, somebody's watching on YouTube.
Where are you watching from? Nice. Where are you watching from? And are you going to the ball drop?
Is that going to be our scrolling announcement?
Scroller.
There we go. Got it.
Cool. Watch it on YouTube. That's pretty sweet. Well, welcome, Nicholas. So for those that are watching on YouTube, we are in Ludington, Michigan. I don't know how you found it because I just hooked that up and I'm not really sure how it works yet.
Maybe it Michigan. Goes to the top. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how YouTube figures out who wants to see us.
I don't know. But we are going to throw a fun New Year's Eve party tomorrow. There we go. Kind of like that.
So let's preface this. This is years past.
This is years past, correct.
Years past.
And we have
will
not
look like that this year.
We hope not, at least. We know. I keep saying everybody knows how to pandemic, right? So let's just do, if you're going to be down there, give people some space, do your thing. We know what we're doing, right?
If you haven't figured out how to pandemic now, you never will.
Yeah, and you really should, because
2 years into this.
Yeah, and it's not going away. So we have to learn to. We have been getting, and I've been trying to respond to a lot of the concerned citizens that are worried about us having the event. The event is all outside. There is no enclosed tent this year. We encourage people, if you're uncomfortable, you are welcome to stay home and watch. WMOM is going to be streaming the event. You can also listen to the party on the radio on WMOM. So that's new this year. It's going to be awesome. If you're down there and you're still a little nervous, wear a mask if there's lots of people around you. And it's going to keep your face warm because it's going to be cold at it.
I'm pretty sure we wear those all the time anyway in the winter.
Exactly. Like I usually have mine on.
Yeah,
I have one of the pictures in here. This one. Yeah. I said I've been wearing masks
Right.
to run in the winter well before it was a thing. And we'll talk a little bit more about this. That's the medal for our 5K coming up on Saturday too. So these are some fun shots though of past years.
Yeah. I think that although we're still, some people are still calling this a pandemic, it is now endemic. It's not going away. We've seen it. We're now on Omicron. So anybody who actually knows the Greek alphabet, which I do, had that pounded into me in college, we skipped a lot of letters, which is really
annoying. I'm wondering about that.
We went from Delta to Omicron. Those are not next to each other in the Greek alphabet. They're quite a distance apart.
I keep meaning to Google that and see if there was a reason behind it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't do that either. If anybody knows, you can let us know why they skipped all those
Why
letters.
did they name them that?
Yeah, why? What's the thing?
So yeah,
maybe it's something in the disease makeup that looks like an O, and they decided it should be Omicron. I don't know. But anyway, we are excited to actually bring an event back. We have the entirety of the downtown that you can be in and participate however you're comfortable. The ball will drop in the middle of James Street, Ludington Avenue. You can see that from all of the streets that offshoot from that intersection. And we're talking 300-foot blocks. We're talking down James Street. It goes, 8 blocks down James Street, 6, something like that. You can see it all the way at the end until it actually hits in the crowd and goes to the ground. So there's plenty of room to spread out. We will.
Same with the fireworks.
Thankful to everyone who stepped up to volunteer. We will be still be having a beer tent. However, the great thing about the pandemic is it allowed the creation of these outdoor social districts in our downtowns, which is amazing because that means a lot of our participating bars and restaurants, you can go in, if you see this symbol there, gently, you can go in and get a beverage from them and walk that entire length of downtown, which is pretty much our entire social district. So you don't even have to come if you feel like the beer tent area might be too crowded for you, although it's not a tent.
We're calling it the beer garden this year.
Yeah, it's beer garden because everything is open air to keep everyone safer. So you are just outside in downtown Ludington. But if you choose not to go in that area because you think it might be too crowded for you, you can go all the way down James Street, stop in at one of those participating places. If you want to grab a drink, you can, and you can walk around with it and enjoy our wonderful winter Michigan weather, which that day I believe is going to be like 37 degrees and then go down at night.
I was just going to pull up
warm during the day for Michigan.
Weather here.
So as far as safety and all of that is concerned, again, all open air, outdoor experience. Separate yourself, wear your mask, however you're comfortable with, depending on your state of vaccination or comfort level or whatever.
And that's the thing. Like if people aren't comfortable, then don't, we're not going to be offended if you don't go. It'll be okay. Right. We're not really sure what to expect this year. We don't know how many people are going to be there. We don't know who's going to come down. We just know we feel we can do this outdoors safely and we'll be right. So I'm looking at Friday. I'm going to play the weather person now.
Oh, it's a little. There we go. There we go.
Friday during the day, we're hitting 37.
Yay.
And we're going down. I mean, we're not even dipping into the 20s. I think this is going to be, and look at the wind. I mean, this is going to be perfect. A perfect outdoor day. As long as this stays, please, weather gods, make sure.
The wind is what we need to stay away because, frankly, we can deal with cold in Michigan, but when the wind comes, that's when it gets a little dicey.
Yeah. So we get asked. Speaking of that,
go ahead.
We get asked that a lot. Like, if we're going to cancel. If the weather gets bad, are we going to cancel? Looking at the weather, I would say there's a very slim chance. But
it has to be really bad to cancel. I mean,
yeah. Even if it was windy, we just wouldn't hoist the ball up so far in the air. Oh, we might have an answer for you here. Anne Johnstone Greek alphabet letters skipped are new, which is considered to be confusing. Sai is a popular surname in some countries, so they avoided that altogether.
Well, but there's more than that we skipped. It's alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, z, omicron. I know the whole alphabet. It's really sad that I know that. Why do I remember that? Because they made me sing it. And once you sing something, it gets ingrained in your brain. But those are good. Those are good points, because those two would be confusing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So the other thing I was going to mention, the fireworks at midnight will still be happening thanks to our small socially distanced fireworks crew. You can probably see those from a lot of your front porches. They're amazing. These are Class C fireworks. They look more amazing than many things because they're right there closer to you than 4th of July
they're
fireworks.
right in front of you.
So we will have music playing, which you can hear from a lot of different places. And if there's no wind, you'll probably be able to hear it throughout the city, like some of our past summer events. There's social distancing going on. There's the ball, which you will see. It's 120 feet in the air.
I don't know if I put the ball picture in there.
That's up in the air. You can see that from across the city. If you don't want to watch it hit the ground, that's fine, but you can see it.
So another question I've gotten a lot this week. Do you know how many lights are on the ball? I keep forgetting to ask you that.
I think it's 650. I can look while we're chatting.
We'll have to count before we hoist it up this year.
Well, I have a document with that on it. I just got to grab it.
Really quick. We have the plans, right? And the other question that I'm getting asked a lot while Heather's going to look that fun fact up,
looking it up,
where to park. So if you're looking at this picture, and if you're not, if you're listening on the podcast later, to either side, west and east of Legacy Plaza, there are two large public parking lots. So those are available. The parking lot behind Sportsman's, which would be to the southwest of the intersection here that you're seeing, that parking lot will be closed due to the fireworks fallout area. So we want to make sure that we're not launching fireworks over people or vehicles. So that lot will be closed. There is a map. If you go to downtownludington.org/parking, and you can see where all of the public parking lots are, street side parking. It doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of snow that evening, so I'm sure everything would be fine to park on the street as long as you're not going to leave your vehicle there as overnight, which leads me to another story. If you don't want to drive or park, you can call LMTA. And within the range here, let me pull that off and put another one on. If you are within the boundaries of the Safe Rides program that evening, you can get a ride into town and they will take you back. And the rides will run from 9 p.m. until it sounds like 3 a.m. Some will run until 4 a.m. And I can't type and talk at the same time, so give me just a second here. Safe Rides. downtownludington.org/safe rides. You can get all of this information. And it has a map. So it has everybody that's participating, everybody that's sponsored. If this is a cause that you would like to help sponsor, there's a donate button. But this is the area for the Safe Rides program for that evening. And it is free, people. So you don't have to take your car downtown. You don't have to leave it downtown. You don't even have to drive it there, as long as you're within these the yellow squares you're seeing here. All of the major hotels to the east of town are included in that, and they'll have shuttles running all night long into town and back to your hotels. So this is a great way to stay safe. It's a great way to not worry about parking as well. So that's the spiel for the parking. And you can get all of this. You don't have the lights on there?
I don't have the count on my thing, but it's 6.5 feet in diameter, which we would have been bigger than New York the first year we rolled it out, but then they had to redesign their ball that year too. They used to only be at 6 feet, which was kind of a bummer, but that's right.
Yep.
Ours has lasted
So
for
that
12
we
12
will,
years.
we'll have to get that info. We'll count them. I'll count them myself.
I bet we know that. For some reason, I think it's 650, and I want to say it just came up on
that would
like a
explain
Wednesday.
if the ball. Well, I guess that doesn't really matter. I'm trying to do my math here, and like if there were 100 lights on
How it's
each
segmented out.
if there were 100 lights on each beam that goes around, and they were all a foot apart, but that would be diameter, 6.5 diameter. That would be 650. So that would make sense.
I want to say it was on my
Fun
memories.
facts. So,
I want to say it's on my memories, but I'm looking.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
More about that evening. I want to mention our awesome sponsors because Ludington Area CVB, Ludington Beverage, OxyChem, House of Flavors, WMOM, Albufka Construction. None of this would happen without them. So whether they're funding something or they're being there. I also want to give a shout out to Bruce Pelletier and his crew that does the fireworks. Oxy sponsors that, but they do all the heavy lifting and the lighting of things on fire. So we appreciate them. Talking about the beer garden. So I'm calling it a beer garden this year because there is no tent. We will have the fireplace going. We will actually have another propane pit, our old fire pit that DPW has rigged up on this amazing stand with wheels so we can take it wherever we want to. We have about a dozen stand-up heaters that will be under the pavilion so you can stand around and warm up there. There will not be a band this year because it's really hard to keep a band warm, not in a tent. But WMOM is hosting our dance party, our street party that evening. So, and it will be simulcast onto the radio station as well. So you can be down there hanging out, dancing in the streets from 9 until midnight, which is when we will drop the ball. In the beer garden, we will have beer, seltzer, champagne, and some non-alcoholic options as well. That will be available at the bar in the plaza, just north of the fireplace. Kind of in the alley-ish there, between the fireplace and the pavilion, I guess I should say. It is all open air, so as we mentioned, so dress accordingly. You know, I always say dress like you're going skiing or sledding. There might not be a lot of snow on the ground, but snow pants will keep you warm. So it will be fun. We tried to facilitate getting the Michigan game on, and that did not come to fruition. But there are plenty of places in town where you could watch the game and then join us, or just hop in and out and watch. Anne says, this is an awesome community event. We will be right down in the middle of it all. In the past, the ball dropped right above our heads, and the fireworks were a perfect way to bring in the new year. Ludington rocks. I agree. It is pretty awesome. So I am usually on the crane right here, somewhere around there, getting pictures and video. And I will tell you, like, I love all of our events. I think they all are amazing and serve their purpose. But for some reason, the energy, the positive energy that you feel, and all the happy people during this event it's definitely at the top of my list. It's pretty awesome. So, and it'll be super cool if we can get that live stream rolling, and you can watch from WMOM's Facebook page, so you don't have to be there too. You can experience it from home.
But you should be there.
Yeah.
If you can. I cannot find my memories. Where are my memories? Because I know there was a video made that had how many lights were on it.
Oh. Is it on the old YouTube channel, I wonder? So Nicholas is asking if we are still in need of volunteers. All of the thank you to Ludington Daily News and WMOM and everybody who shared our need for volunteers. The slots are filled right now. We do have some backups available as well, so that if something should happen, some people can't make it, we do have a backup list as well. If you'd like to be on that list, I will gladly add you. You can also, if you want to be on the list to get notified in the future when we have volunteer opportunities, you can comment below or send me an email as well. We have a Facebook group called Downtown Ludington Event Volunteers, and we post everything in there.
I thought you were done talking.
Did you find it?
I did.
Did you find it?
6,000 LED lights.
Wow, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
6,000 LED lights. That is now forever embedded in my brain, so that when
Well, I will
news
share the video with you. I found
anchors
it.
ask,
It was a Pure Ludington video that we did
how did
years.
how did Richard know that? Did he know that before you, or is he just? Did you know that, Richard?
He might have gone back and looked at the video. I was trying to find the video, and I knew I had seen it earlier, and then I was like, I can't find it again. And
6,000 LED lights.
6,000.
That's a lot.
I bet he watched.
All right. So another thing that people ask, fun facts about New Year's, is how many people are there. So this is a free event. We don't ticket it, so we have no way to know for sure. But
we had
PD
some crowd estimating done by
they have their ways, and they usually estimate around 8,000, sometimes a little lighter, sometimes a little more, 8 to 10,
Richard
6
Googled
to 10.
It.
I love that it's out there.
Could have done that. Yeah, that would have been smart of me. Whatever.
Oh boy, Google.
It's been a long day already.
Oh my gosh, it's been a long month.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's a fun fact. We don't know what to expect this year for attendance. Like I said, it's we're still learning how people are reacting. I think we'll probably be pretty close. I think you might see people spread out a little more, taking advantage of the social district, the space now that the pavilion is there, the space to the north as well. It'll be a fun time. Warm-up spots. So in years past, there have been quite a few businesses that stay open on New Year's Eve. There are still a few this year that aren't quite ready to host big indoor gathering parties. Sandcastles is not doing their balloon drop. The library is not doing their pre-party. Those are indoor events, and we commend them for putting the community first and not hosting those. It is a little bit of a bummer this year because there isn't a lot of kids activities going on outside. That came up. That actually came up in a couple conversations, and maybe something we can look into for the future. But there's definitely places to warm up, and they are all family friendly. So first, All Occasion Event and Floral will be doing their ball drop warming party. So they are right in the plaza. They usually have hot chocolate. I'm just going to scroll down here because I know they have it all. So they're going to have a little DJ in there as well. Free taco bar, hot chocolate, coffee, and punch. No tips or donations, please. It's a thank you to the community who has supported them throughout the year. So come in from 9 to midnight. They're also going to be giving away 22 door prizes, including a grand prize of a year of flowers with our Designer's Choice Bouquet of the Month. So that's pretty awesome.
Year of flowers. How fun is that?
Yeah. So somebody's calling me. Stop into All Occasions, which is right there, right in the middle of it all. Also that evening, open for warming up, the Blue Moon Bistro is going to be open until 1 a.m. Humanity will be open, and they're going to have live music until 11:30. So that's a little tea shop right around the corner of James and Ludington. Jamesport Brewing Company will be open until 11. Luciano's will be open until midnight at least. Provisions is our other retailer that's open that evening. They will be open until midnight. They are also a great stop if you end up down there and your feet get wet, or you didn't wear warm enough socks, or you forgot your mittens, or you lose one,
or you burn one on a heater. I melted a mitten. That was awesome.
They have you covered, and I'm so glad that they are open because it's a big night for them, just selling things people need to stay warm. Red Rooster will be open until midnight as well. So if you want to get a hot beverage, coffee, I don't know if they still have the hot cider. That's always one of my favorites. And then Sandbar is open until at least midnight. They have a New Year's Eve party with live music featuring Distracted. The Sportsman's and the Mitten Bar will be open until midnight. Tiki will be open until 2. And they have a party with Danny V. I believe Danny V will be there. He's also going to be at the ball drop, so maybe it's not Danny V that night. He's going to be emceeing and getting some crowd interviews for the live show. Timbers Bar and Grill will also be open until 2 a.m. and they are having an indoor party as well, upstairs. So also to mention, and if you go to downtownludington.org/NYE, you can get all of this information, and it links to all of the parties and what everybody's doing. We're going to go through that in just a minute here.
I'm just looking through them
as I'm clicking on things. You'll note on the blog too that it says Lost Bar. That's another question we're getting this week. What is a Lost Bar? So if you click on the Lost Bar link, it should go to our Ludington Outdoor Social District page, and you can see what bars are participating.
Yeah.
And there are 9 permitted bars. So those are the bars where you can go and grab a drink. They'll have this decal. You can grab a drink in a social district cup, walk on the sidewalk or within the event boundary as well. Not in the plaza. For our liquor license, we have to keep that separate for that evening, but you can walk everywhere else with a drink from those spots. So some of those spots have, I'm flashing forward here. Some of them have some delicious specials going on too. So I want to highlight those.
Oh, yeah.
So for those that are open New Year's Eve, I want to note the library is closed and Sandcastles is closed. We talked about that a bit before, but I want to mention that again. It's National Champagne Day, of course.
That's amazing. Right? It should be. Yeah.
It is. So this special
I can't see.
Is, I believe this one is Jamesport.
Can't see.
I had to double check. So Jamesport is doing a special menu. They have some appetizer specials, soup, entrees, tenderloin, scallops. You'll see a lot of champagne themed entrees and desserts as I go through these.
Sounds very rich.
Fancy? Yes. Yeah. Fancy. Rockefeller.
Fancy life.
Crown and Cork has some fantastic specials, and I know these are kind of hard to see on here, but if you go to the blog or to their Facebook page, you can pull it up and see. They're doing a bunch of specials: London broil, burger, duck, sea bass, all kinds of delicious things. They are also having a special dessert with a champagne and strawberry layered cake. That sounds amazing. And champagne service. So if you want to get a bottle, champagne by the bottle, you can go to Crown and Cork.
I think it's hilarious. Okay, so all of these have like really, I was reading this, they have good descriptions. Then you get down to Veuve, which is one of my favorites. It's just a classic French champagne.
Yeah, you don't need the description on that one, right?
Apparently it needs nothing more.
All right, so we're gonna pop these in here. Watching from Victor Township, hoping to come with some friends and would love to win VIP passes. Awesome. So we will be giving away. I'm gonna give everybody the day to comment, and then we will be we'll be notifying the winner later this evening. So we will for those watching live, and then those that tend to watch it later in the day. We want to make sure everybody gets a chance to win. So you can enter to win by commenting below with where you're watching from. And if you're going to go to the ball draw, we got another one here. Greg, I'm a walker in downtown often. Will the restrooms be available? Yes, sure they will be open on Saturday.
Yeah, so just to give everyone a little background, there was some vandalism in the bathrooms and they had to be closed. We had also been going back and forth with the company who installed the flooring in there because it was not able to be cleaned like it should. So in this time, as we've been going through ordering cameras and waiting for Wi-Fi to still be installed down there, we had to close the bathrooms because all of the dividers have to be cleaned and or replaced, and the flooring was replaced in there. So they will be open for the New Year's event, and then as soon as the Wi-Fi and cameras are in, which hopefully will be in the few days after or before that event, like tomorrow, but we don't know.
Fingers crossed.
Then we will reopen them for good, but they will definitely be open for the event while we're down there.
Yes, and we realize that is a huge inconvenience. There is a porta potty to the northeast along the dumpster corral there. I know it's cold. I was
Very
down
cool.
there. I've been down there the last 2 days, and I've had to use it. I figure I am going to use it like everybody else has to. So yeah, we'll be watch for
but they
news
will
on
be
that.
open.
They'll be reopened, and they will be open that day too. We'll be down there to keep an eye on things.
And just to remind everybody, while you're down there, if you see something, say something. Grab one of us. Grab somebody who's in the building selling tokens and things, because we need to know that right away, so we can deal with it, so we don't ever have to have this situation come up again.
And there will be a large police presence down at the event as well. Yeah. So in any realms, even if it's not vandalism, if there's anybody that throws off a red flag, any situation that you see that throws off a red flag, find a police officer, come to the plaza, let us know. We want to keep everybody safe in all aspects, not just COVID wise.
Thanks, you are welcome, Greg. Thanks for letting us know. We were disappointed too. Believe me, there's been so many times we've been down there.
And it was very offensive graffiti. It's not like we could just open
stuff
it up
you don't want your kids seeing. It's pretty bad.
All right, back on to Friday's specials. The Blue Moon Bistro has posted their New Year's Eve menu. So they have ribeye. So I love that all of these have like a pasta, a steak,
seafood,
seafood. They're such great options.
At Far East platter.
Everybody.
Lots of fun stuff.
The bar treat platter. Couples peanut butter cheesecake. Delicious. Even Ludington Bay is getting in on the specials. So they're going to have a pesto carbonara and a trotter sirloin. They will be closing at 9. So you won't see them on the list for being open late, but they will be open till 9. Watching from who we have here, Kim, watching for Scottville, staying in front of the fireplace this year. That is also a great place to be. Yep. We'll tune into WMOM, Kim, if you want to hear what's happening.
Maybe at some point we'll have less duties and we would be able to live stream it from the crane. That would be super cool.
Yes. So WMOM is going to try. They're a little worried about signal that evening, but Chris is trying to work on that to make sure that we have a hardwire internet since we don't have it at the front of the plaza, which is where we're going to be. But yeah, they're hoping to move forward with live streaming it, and then they're going to have. I mentioned earlier, Danny V is going to be out and about with a live microphone, so they can do some on-air random people that they're meeting down there. They can do interviews and tell everybody what's happening. It'll be great. This is Table 14, their New Year's Eve menu. They have a first course, second course, third course, fourth course, like everybody.
Yeah, they have a whole special thing going on.
Yeah.
I did see that.
And those all look amazing. We didn't do the drool worthy because I wanted to
showcase
I was looking at
fourth course here. That looks yummy.
Yep, creme brulee. Mm-hmm.
Going right to the dessert.
Espresso Bavarian cream puff. Sounds super amazing.
Sounds really good.
Timbers is doing some specials too. I think they're going to do some $15 specials. I thought I had put that in here. It might pop up. But they are also having their DJ party upstairs for New Year's Eve. 80s and 90s jams. And then Sandbar has, they'll be having live music with Distracted. So all kinds of fun happening on
the inside, outside. I know a lot of our restaurants, even in the past, have done different seatings. So you're really not crammed in with anybody else. You're at your own table. I know a few of them encourage people just to, have their table, sit down, relax, have your drinks, and then they would come out for the ball drop. They just leave everything at their table and then go back in. So that's how we know you can see it all the way down James Street.
Yeah, because there's a street view right down there. Anna Marie is watching from the road. They said they're not driving. That's good. Visiting from North Carolina. So that is awesome. Welcome to Ludington, and hope you enjoy the ball drop. One thing I do want to.
I feel like our friends from Sweden aren't on today, and they would be like the farthest away. But they're
I love the cups this year because they're a ball. They're a ball, and you can fit 20 ounces of liquid in this little cup.
Yeah.
See, it has the. I'm trying to aim it for the camera. Kind of looks like the ball. Has the Pure Ludington on there. straw, and it lights up. You'll see it a little better when it's dark out, but those will be available for purchase at the I'm calling it the ticket office. I don't want to call it the restroom building. It's all in one. It's all in one building, but there's ticket windows on the south end, so you can buy your tokens, which are good for drinks at the bar.
Okay, we also have to go over that. So there is a list of beverages that will be available. We will have signs out that tell you what those beverages are throughout the plaza. So because this is such a short time frame of an event, Jen's realize that you're going to want to know what you want to get so you can get in and we keep all those bar lines moving. So yeah, there are times when we have people stand there for like 10 minutes not knowing what they want. There is a variety. It's a great variety, but yeah, read the signs, know what you want. All tokens are the same, or all drinks are the same price. It's one token, and one token is how much, Jen? Wrong way.
$5.
$5. So
turn my lights back on.
$5.
$5 gets you 16 ounces of domestic beer. It gets you 12 ounces of craft beer. It gets you a mini split of champagne, a seltzer. Yeah, there are options for everybody. And I believe, I have to look back, we talked about it, and I know they invoiced and I didn't really look at it, but I believe there's going to be some NA, like Bud Zero or something like that there too, some non-alcoholic available. And we'll have water, of course, for sale. And that will be at the ticket office. So, and people ask that a lot too, like what's with the tokens? Why do we have to have tokens? So the tokens keeps our bartenders, it keeps the line moving at the bar. It also keeps them from having to deal with change. Yes. So they can move quickly, they can pour and hand it back. They don't have to
and they can wear their
transactions.
Mittens, because they're most likely going to have mittens or gloves on, and they have little tools to help open your beverage, and then they're going to hand it to you. But if they have to take off their mittens and make change, and that would just be way too.
We got to keep, they're the ones holding the cold beverages. They need to keep themselves warm.
Yeah,
and we do it even when it's warm.
Yeah, the other thing we need to remind people is once you buy your tokens, they are yours. We do not buy them back at the end of the night. So when you come up to the window and you buy tokens from us, and I or one of our wonderful volunteers tell you, you literally only have 20 minutes. Are you sure you want 10 tokens? Because we will remind you when the cutoff is going to be, because we want you all out watching the ball. We don't want you standing in a line. We will stop selling tokens at 11:30. Last call is at 11:45, and then the bar shuts down because we want you all to migrate up to where you can see the ball. So when I say, are you sure you want 10 tokens? You only have 15, 20 minutes. And you're like, yeah, just understand we're not buying them back. So you're probably going to go home with a couple tokens.
So the
we
tokens,
get the question
Greg
every
asked,
year, so it's good to go over it every year.
I agree.
12 years. I've been here since day one, and we get the question every single year at the end of the night.
What tokens you hold in your hand, consider a donation to the Downtown Ludington Board for all of the hard work that they do promoting our businesses downtown and creating our streetscapes and infrastructure and marketing. So Greg asked where the tokens can be purchased.
When?
When? Oh my gosh, I can't read. So tokens, I don't know what I made the cutoff for today. It might be closed online. You can come into City Hall today until 5 to purchase tokens and light up cups. Otherwise, you can purchase them at the event starting at 9 o'clock. Our ticket office opens at 9 o'clock, and you can purchase them then and start using them at the bar.
Right.
So hopefully that answers.
Or you can purchase them, and then you can go out to eat somewhere, and then come back, and then you already have your tokens. You don't have to stand in line again. It's a wonderful thing.
Right.
But thanks. Good questions. I love the questions.
And hi to Kathy.
Kathy Dalton.
Hi. So we mentioned the safe rides. If I'm going in chronological order here, like my brain likes to work, at the end of the evening. So say you've watched the ball and the fireworks and you've had an amazing time. You can use that safe rides program to get back home safely.
Did we talk about getting down there with safe rides too? Because that can happen.
Yep, to avoid parking or not having to have your car down there. Yep.
You can call and schedule with LMTA. And if you're one of our visitors and you're staying at one of our hotels or B&Bs or other establishments, you can call and schedule a ride down to the plaza area or downtown, anywhere downtown. And then you can just jump on and take it home later.
Yeah.
So if you don't have
Super
your car, you're not going to be tempted to get in it and drive. And we have an almost perfect record in 12 years. There's only been one, I think, that was in the city, and they were not even from the event. It was like hours after the event.
I don't think it was from the city either. I think it was like south of like almost to the Oceana border, like a Mason County.
Still makes me mad.
Yeah, it does. Because that's a great track record for that evening. And they are out. We have a special audio clip that's going to play that evening, and we're going to put out on Facebook tomorrow too, just from Captain Wojciechowski about what's happening that evening and why to use the Safe Rides program. Obviously, we know why, right? But one thing I should mention, and we haven't yet, we've talked about the Safe Rides program. The state is still, I believe, mandating until March that riders on the public transit are wearing masks. So it's not our
federal
choice.
Government rule. It's their federal.
There we go.
It's where they get their funding from. Requires that they make you wear a mask on the bus.
So, if you plan on using the Safe Rides program and being on the LMTA bus, make sure that you have a mask. They will have some on the buses. They're going to try to have some for those that have forgotten them or don't have one, but it would help out. It would help spread that around if we can put the masks. Yeah. Bring your mask.
If you have your gator, pull up your gator before you get on. And please don't give our bus drivers a hard time about it. It's not their rule.
It's not their fault.
It's their funding rule. It's coming from way above them. It's coming from way above our local manager. I don't think this is not Paul's doing either. So just play along. It's a short ride.
It'll be okay.
You will be just fine. And it's cold and flu season anyway.
Exactly.
Yep.
Jennifer says hello.
Yeah. Jennifer, hi.
She loves listening to us. Awesome. Thank you.
Oh,
and they're going to come downtown for the first time for the ball drop. Moved to Ludington 2 years ago. Well, welcome to Ludington. 2 years late.
So she would have been maybe. Yeah, depending on when she moved. We haven't had one since then.
Yeah, we missed it last year. So, after you're home safe and you've, Saturday is National Hangover Day, so we hope that you're not feeling too bad the next day. But for those of you,
like I got hit by a bus, but we're not even partaking that night. We're just kind of running around crazy.
I remember, like we typically save like a split of champagne or something, for us to enjoy once everything's over. And remember the year it froze
while we're cleaning up garbage.
So the New Year's Day, I have a list of confirmed restaurants and shops that will be open. That's on the blog as well. Cafe 106 will be open for breakfast. House of Flavors will open at 10. Crown and Cork is going to be open for dinner. Jamesport will be open for lunch. Old Hamlin opens at 7 a.m. So if you early risers still want to get in early for breakfast, Sportsman's will be open for lunch. Hallmark, Everest, Athleisure, Glick, Snyder Shoes have all confirmed they'll be open on New Year's Day as well, so you can get some shopping done. And we have our New Year's resolution run.
Gift cards you get for Christmas.
Yeah. So, and speaking of gift cards, so we're doing something new this year. We talked about that last week a little bit, but this is the medal. Super cool, right? Glittery snowflake, 3.5 inches. For running 5Ks.
I'm like leaning because it wasn't centrally located. I'm like helping you out.
And I'm trying to hit the light just right.
I'm like,
so we will have medals for those that run with us on Saturday morning. And this year, instead of getting a t-shirt, you are going to get a $10 downtown Ludington gift certificate. Mm-hmm. So, and that is good at Gordy's if you want to get a Run Ludington t-shirt. And I didn't pull it up. I don't know if I want to do it while I'm out here. There's a new design for the t-shirt for this year. So it'll be the same design. You can get on a different color t-shirt every time if you want to. But it's a Run Ludington themed shirt that you can get at Gordy's for that $10. Or you can use it anywhere you want. You can go buy lunch afterwards or a drink or coffee or
lunch, coffee, whatever. Did
And
we
I do
mention?
know.
Did we mention
What's
towing
that?
company? Did we mention the
I
opportunity
don't
to
know.
tow?
I don't know that we did, but that's a good point. There
We should
are,
mention
there are
1, 2, 3,
6.
4,
Are they 6?
5. 5.
5
I think
towing companies
one
that
can do it.
will, they'll on part of the Safe Rides program. They donate their time. They will tow your car, and as long as they can fit the people in the tow truck, it's not like if you take 8 people or stuff 6 people in your car and then you expect to fit them all in the tow
The
truck.
rest of you
Within
can take
reason.
LMTA. The rest of you can
Yeah.
take LMTA. The driver can go with the tow.
Yeah, but they will tow your car for free that evening. And Judy's
So if you
Rides as
leave
well,
it,
the taxi company.
if you don't listen to Jen and I and you decide not to take LMTA down there and then you partake in some adult beverages, you can either leave your car downtown. We are not ticketing that night. So just leave it where it is. We're good with it. We don't want you in it. Or you can call a tow company if you need it earlier the next day before you think you can get back down there, and they will take it to wherever you are staying.
Yes.
Which is an awesome service. And thank you to them for that, because they all do that as a donation that night. So we should mention Abraham's Towing, Quinn's Tire, Oceana Auto, Fires Towing, and Auto Ranch Towing are the ones on our list this year.
All donate their time. And Judy's Rides will also be donating their time.
Judy's Rides will be there too. Oh, there's number 6. Yeah.
I'm sure they'd accept some tips if you want to throw some their way, but they will not. If you don't have anything on you and you still need to get home safe, they will take care of you. And thank you to all of them.
We're all about safety. See, people don't understand. We're all about safety. Getting you there safely, getting you home safely, having a safe outdoor event.
We do, contrary to what some people think, we do put a lot of thought into that. we do consider these things.
Fallout zones for fireworks, and we got this. Like there's plenty of people who've been involved over the years and have helped hammer these details out.
That's another thing we could mention too. For those of you that have Code Red app on your phone, and I'm double checking that.
If I can pull up the app for you.
So Code Red is an app that you can. It alerts you of any regional safety or emergency notifications. Code Red. The code to sign up for New Year's Eve to get notifications is I thought I had it.
I think it's Ludington NYE, but we're going to confirm that.
I think it is 2. Here's the link. Yep, Ludington NYE is the keyword. So if you want specifics, we don't send out a lot unless there's something that we need to be notifying everyone of. But if you have that app on your phone, they have the ability to zone in on certain areas too, so they can send you alerts regardless.
And they can send you alerts for extreme weather. No matter where you're at in the country, you can get on Code Red and just type in where you're at, and it'll send you all of the updates. Like if there's something going on in your area or the area you're visiting, you can get all of those notifications. And we do it for events. We've done it for Friday Night Lives and different things before, so that we could keep you updated, especially when we thought there was going to be weather things happening. But it's in this day and age, it's just a great additional tool to have to notify people if something should happen.
Yep. Get connected. So one more quick run through for Saturday the 1st. There's a list of those who are open. I'm looking at this now. I know that Humanity is open, and I didn't put them on there. So they will open at 11. They're going to be right next to the start finish line. So if you're running the New Year's resolution run, there will be some places to warm up. I believe Bookmark is going to be open with their regular hours. I believe Red Rooster is going to be open. They're confirming with me too. And I know Humanity will be. So those are our local coffee shops. It's a great place to warm up before the race, after the race.
Or if you're watching, it's a great idea to get a warm coffee if you're there watching and waiting for your runner to come through. Uh-oh.
Dang it.
What?
Diane from Sandbar stopped in. I have to give her a call. So I got distracted. I had stickers ready for Sandbar, and then I didn't put them at the front counter, and they didn't come bug me because I was on the live show. Sorry, Diane. I will get back to you ASAP. I'll bring them over. So Saturday, so after the race, you're roaming around downtown. There'll be plenty of places open to eat and shop. Sunday, January 2nd is National Buffet Day. Just a shout out Jamesport, which this falls on a Sunday. Jamesport has a Sunday breakfast buffet that they're doing. Monday the 3rd is Thank God It's Monday Day. And I'm going to thank God it's Monday because I get the day off after all of this.
Right. I was about to echo that.
All of this
not
event
working
planning.
that day. That's like the first holiday that we haven't had to work. Do you realize that? Like that's the first work closed holiday that we don't have an event scheduled for. I'm pretty excited about
for that. Yeah. Craziness. Tuesday the 4th, National Trivia Day. We will have Run Club that day. And that will be, I want to say it will be our 5th anniversary of the Run Club starting. So we'll have to have some fun that day too. Wednesday the 5th, National Whipped Cream Day. Plenty of places to go to get things to put whipped cream under.
Under?
Or over, put whipped cream on. I was thinking of the things you could put under the whipped cream.
I could just whipped cream is great if you freeze it and it's like ice cream, but with like a quarter of calories. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You do this a lot.
Good morning, Danny V. Hopefully you made it back from Florida safe. We'll see you tomorrow.
He missed us talking about it. He's gonna have to go back and watch that.
He did. And also on Wednesday, the ukulele group and the evening jam session, Laka will reopen after their winter break.
Yes.
And then on the blog, we have all of the days of the week and all the things that you can find happening. Free ice cream days, mug club days, burger days, burrito days, all kinds of good stuff.
I gotta tell you, I've tried this. I've tried it a few times now, the Timbers midweek $15 menu, and it's pretty amazing.
That's a good deal.
It is a really good deal. There is like a 6-ounce fillet on there. It's a really good deal.
Delicious. And I know they're running a few of those on New Year's Eve as well, the $15 specials. So it's funny because we're just going to talk about New Year's Eve today. It might be a short show, but we are right on time.
We had a lot of things to talk about New Year's, and we had a lot of good questions.
We did. Yep, all week. And if anybody, and if you have questions, we're still monitoring the Facebook page, the chat on the website all weekend, so you can get answers there. We'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. But I'm hearing myself again. Echoes.
I'm not hearing you echoes. So I think you're good on our end. Normally, if it's echoing on there, and I can hear it on my end. We're across the hall from each other with doors closed, and I can't hear you.
Good. So, anyways, hopefully we covered everything, and we want you all to have a happy New Year. We hope you'll be joining us for the ball drop.
A safe.
If not, we will see you. Yeah, we will see you
in
next
2022,
Thursday, and it will be a whole year later, 2022. We'll talk resolutions and things.
I don't know if I'm making any.
I know, kind of over the resolutions.
I
keep saying like less coffee. Should have less coffee, right? But who wants to do that?
No, can we make it through with less coffee? I didn't have any coffee today. Oh my gosh.
I'm on my 3rd cup.
Woke up with a headache. And I was like, I don't know if I can do that right now. I'm trying to get rid of it with all this hydration I'm doing right now.
We got to be ready for tomorrow, ready and rested. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully we see you downtown tomorrow. If not, happy New Year wherever you are celebrating, and we will see you next week. And I need to find the exit video.
Let's coffee more beer.
No, I stay by, and then I can't.
Neither. No, neither one.
All right. Bye, everybody. See you next week.
Happy New Year.
Thank you for tuning in to Talk of the Town, a weekly update about what's happening in downtown Ludington. We are live on Facebook every Thursday at 11 a.m., or you can listen to the podcast whenever you'd like. We'd like to thank our friends, OxyChem, House of Flavors Manufacturing, Consumers Energy, Pure Ludington, and Ludington Beverage Company for being catalysts that help make Ludington a place we all want to live, work, and play.